Good morning, Spirit Sessions fans. We're so happy to have you here this Sunday morning, and it's Valentine's Day, so I'm wearing red. And it's so nice that we're here with Christine Gold from Peru today, and she's going to talk all about the heart because February is Heart Month in Canada. It's a Heart Health Month, but Christine's going to talk about different heart health that we need to share. So please share this out. Share this out to your community, out to your groups, out to your messenger groups. Know we're on YouTube as well. And every week we upload this to our podcast so you can listen on the go. And you might want to save this podcast because Christine will be giving us a meditation so you can listen later on through your podcast. So that'll be really cool. So, Teresa, tell us about our guest.
Okay, I'm so excited to have Christine Gold on. And look at, there's Patty. Greetings, my spiritual family. I'm so excited to be here today. Thank you for having Christine on. She is amazing, as you all know. And Christine, this is true. For me, you're just like that friend who listens and knows and understands even before I go through all the trouble of pulling it out of my mouth, because I guess that's the empath of you. You know, you hear, you feel. And I love that what you've come up with is that, heart led, soul fed. That's perfect, describing exactly what you do. And I'm so excited about that. And you've been on some adventures. I just have to say, I love the pictures you've been showing us of Peru and everything. It's so dear to my heart. And so I want to welcome you to Spirit Sessions and to our Spirit Sessions family.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Teresa and Bex and Rhonda and everyone that is joining us today, wherever you are in the world. I'm always reminded we are, heart-led, soul-fed worldwide. We are worldwide. We are all interconnected. And we are especially seeing this for February. And, it's not just Heart Month, when you think of heart and stroke, but many, many, many diseases are linked back to the heart, are linked back to the emotional body, are linked back to us not resolving our trauma, our wounds, our addictions, our triggers, and not leading in our soul's purpose. And that's not a job, by the way. It's something that we are meant to. This is why we're here. So if you're wondering why you're here, you were led here. Just like I was led to Peru. I'd seen a documentary about Machu Picchu a year and a half ago. So if you don't believe in magic and miracles and the power of intention and law of attraction, you will now. Because my story, I'm actually writing another book about this. I have been here before, just like I'm sure Teresa, all of you beautiful ladies, souls here, when you see something or you've been somewhere, you're like, I've been here. Mm-hmm. Or I've met this person. We've been together before. I just don't know where, but I'm going to find out because that's part of our journey as well. And really, it's linking back to the heart, because the heart, the word love is not big enough.
Yes.
And I think we're finding this out. We're all finding this out. It's different. It is very different.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's so cool. And when you got to Peru, did you feel like that pull from your heart? Like that you've come home to another place that's home?
Yeah, absolutely. I always felt like I was a gypsy. I always felt like I didn't belong anywhere. I'm sure I know there's people out there going, yeah.
Yeah, I relate.
Me too. Me too. And the word digital nomad, gypsy, traveler, meander. I like that word meander because it suggests that we are always playing with the infinite multiverse. Not just the universe, but the multiverse, because there's so many layers, there's so many different dimensions and portals and energy centers around the world. And I'm going to say the biggest energy center is right here. Oh, and my mom is coming in divinely. And where I'm staying, there is a church across the street. You go onto the roof. There's 3 levels in this intentional vegan home that we're living in. It's a co-homing experience, and what an experience it is, let me tell you. Mother Mary is like this. I look at her every day. I am reminded why I'm here because I was on the path. I was doing all the spiritual stuff and this and that and Reiki and blah, blah, blah. But was I really connecting to my heart, to my soul? No, I was bypassing a lot of things. And the death of my mother last year,
Right.
that was the biggest activation of my
Oh my
life.
God.
And that
Wow.
now I'm very impassioned and I might be too much for somebody. But you know what? Love me or leave me. That's my motto.
It's funny because when we first, got back on today, since we haven't seen you in a while, I definitely felt a shift in you, a huge shift. There's more of a depth to you than before, just more of a centered, it's just, there's a real deep peace within you that I don't think that we experienced with you before. And it's profound. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I recognize that and I'm reflecting that back in all of us. And I appreciate you saying that. I really do. Because, 2.5 years ago, even though I was doing a lot of ego and shadow work, would have said, excuse me, like I'd be offended. Oh, I'm offended. No, not anymore. I'm offended actually that I did not make this connection sooner. Aha, but let's catch this. I was not ready to hear the message. So anybody that's on their soapbox, get off because there's no point. You lead with your heart and you talk to the, as you say, your tribe, the people that just say, oh my God, I get you. And we're in this together and let's go. That's pretty much it. And I think that's, those were the missing pieces that I didn't have 2 years ago. And I made, some really big changes. And they were because I was not growing. I was not expanding. I was staying safe and comfortable, which I think, since 2020, many of us have that one eye. We're like, okay, whoa, I cannot unsee what I just saw. And now I feel a great responsibility to lead others and really fulfill my purpose, our purpose, which is a global purpose. It's not just about me, it's about the we.
I love that.
And go ahead.
Oh, I was just loving that. And then I was reading some of the comments here. Melinda's saying that Mother Mary comes to her too. You guys are making me think of the Beatles song now, you guys.
Right.
A different Mother Mary, but still. Anyway, I think that's so exciting because I was thinking like Peru called you, but maybe Mother Mary too come there to be under her arms and grace to give you this period or something. I mean, what do you think?
Oh yeah, lots of open, wide open vastness of love. And where did I write this? I do a lot of channeling, intuitive writing. We were all able to do that. So don't ever limit yourself or think you have to be somebody special or do something or get certified or whatever it is. We all have that ability. So I want to open that space up as well. But I talk about the heart, the heart pangs and the heart pulls and the heart twangs and the heart breaks. But in breaking, it's a beautiful, I think it's I don't remember the actual term of it, but it's a Japanese art where all the broken pieces of pottery are put back together with liquid gold. It's the same idea. It's the same idea, but at the time it's messy, it's painful. But you really do have to go through it, but you don't have to stay there. A lot of us get stuck there. But I want to say about being stuck, I've heard that as well. A lot of people saying, I'm stuck, help, help, help. And it's like, but you need to be in that space where you're one foot in, one foot out, you're in between, you're holding space, you're seeing everything for the first time. And you're like, okay, I'm ready to to do this. I'm ready. And even if I'm not, I know that I'm divinely held and divinely guided. Everything is divine timing, and it's part of the human experience. I mean, we are spiritual beings, but we're on earth here. We're on earth, and I think we are healing our physical chakras, our ego chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. Here's the soul, here's the heart and soul. I think of that beautiful song from the 80s, Heart and Soul. I'm trying to think who sings it, but I'm being reminded of that. And that's how spirit comes into songs, symbols, signs, animals, synchronicities, all of it, dreams. You know, if you're like, oh, I don't know if maybe I'm losing my mind, or oh, that's just no, it's not a coincidence. Pay attention. And then once you start paying attention, holy smokes, boom, you light up the inner Christmas tree. All the chakras come on board. You're opening up the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Those are your divinity. That's your divine. That is your God self. That is your I am presence.
It's beautiful.
I finally made those connections. And it's been through many mentors and a coach that I'm working with right now out of Tulum, Mexico. And he encapsulates the divine masculine, which we talk about a lot. There was a toxic masculinity that we're now seeing, and men are it's it's beautiful. All these beautiful men are coming out of the woodwork.
It's time. Absolutely.
It is. It is.
I love how Melinda said that it's just my breakthrough from heartbreaking to heartbreaking open. And how true is that for so many of us on this journey? You know, we realize that a lot of times when our hearts have broken, it's been the biggest point of expansion for us, and being able to really open up to what true love is, what true understanding is, what true connection is, that we wouldn't have known how to feel into it had we not experienced the break, right?
We need those breaks. I think we talked about earthquakes. I mean, since I've been in Peru, there's been 2 earthquakes in less than 90 days. So that's really, I laugh about it now, but when I was in bed and the bed was shaking and it was 1:30 in the morning and I just got off an airplane, I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, okay, take me down. No, anyways.
Oh, God help them.
We need to be shaken and stirred so we can really see what we're made out of.
Absolutely.
And then we also have to forgive ourselves for believing that any person, anything has power in my life, and we have given it away, and now we're taking it back. Now we're reclaiming it, and that's going to be through sovereignty and freedom and co-creation, because I don't create by myself. I co-create with God, with the divine, with the universe, the multiverse, whatever you identify with. It's not oh man, it's so powerful when you see someone make that aha moment, that epiphany, that connection, that spark that gets, and a lot of us think, oh, well, I'm not really doing anything grand or grandiose. No, that's an ego thought that we need to be Instagrammable or whatever that is. No. If you're a bus driver, if you're a truck driver, honk, honk. If you're a mom, if you're a teacher, oh, you are walking in the light as well. You have so much to offer. You have no idea what little thing, holding a door open, a flower, whatever it is, what an impact you have on somebody. They may not say it, but they feel it. That's where we need to go. Feel, 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 feel. But then I hear, oh, but I'm so overwhelmed and I can't do that. And I feel anxious and I have depression and I feel crazy. Perfect.
Yeah.
And why do I say that? Because you're going, this is not working for me. And I need to go back to my spiritual child, perfect child of God's self. and walk in the light and step into it and say, here I am, and I'm not hiding anymore. Here I am. I will not be quiet anymore. I will not be told I'm not worthy. I'm this, I'm that, I'm not good enough, because you know what? I am. I am. And now I'm the empowered empath, because that's exactly what it is, right? It takes work, and you do it every day. Because if you don't, it's a slippery slope back to where you were before. Once you get that feeling infused, feeling, you're like, I'm good. Get behind me. Here we go. And some of us get it right away, and some of us don't. I mean, I'm an old soul. I mean, how many times did I have to relearn the lesson?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be all critical of myself, because we have to watch our inner critic. It's so easy to criticize and judge.
It's so nice that you have that awareness, know that you've had to relearn the lesson. It's when you go through it and people go, I don't know why this keeps happening to me.
Yeah.
And you're saying, well, obviously you haven't learned a lesson. Well, what do you mean? Well, but you see that you have gone through that, and you're going, oh, I guess I better pay attention now. And it's paying attention and feeling into the situation and going, yeah, okay.
That's the definition of self-discovery.
Oh, yeah. It's fun. It really is fun, especially when you connect back to the child self, because we shut that down. Many of us have, and it's being reactivated. And we're giving ourselves, that big hug. I mean, whenever I want to be critical or criticize, I catch myself and I go, and I will quote this from Patty. I'm working with Patty right now, and she reminded me, what would Jesus do? I'm like, thank you. Would I talk to my grandchild or child or my animal like that? No, no, no. So it's very humbling. And I think of Gandhi. Gandhi said the hardest part of his journey is to forgive the sinner. Not the sin, but the sinner. And to even think of both of them, like to not hate somebody. That's basically what he's saying, the hate. Even he struggled with that. So if you think someone's a guru, you're your own guru. We're all, I mean, there's so much information out there now. There's no excuse other than your own excuses and living in this beautiful cocoon you made for yourself. And I don't want to get out. You're like that bear that's hibernating. This is funny. The bear that's hibernating. I'm going to stay here and eat my snacks or sleep forever, and I'm not going to come out. No, you're asked to come out. You're being asked to come out.
Wake up.
No more being the ostrich, right? With your head in the sand, pretending like you can't see what's going on around you.
Absolutely. And, I've always known, we always need love to come back to us. So, and we're so needy for love, but at the same time, we're scared of it.
Right.
When love never is. When love never is. I'm continually reminded, especially working in community, and I'm taking on more roles now. Meaning, when you see something and you feel it in your body, that's a red flag or an indicator that something's amiss, something's off. Pay attention. What's going on here? Investigate it more, but don't become attached to it. So I'm all about seeing the bigger picture. So I'm putting systems and delegation in place because I'm seeing where there's fragments in the community. And you know what? That's a gift. At first I seen it as a curse because I'm like, you mean I have to do this? I have to be responsible for this. I have to actually bring this up to other people. And, sometimes it's uncomfortable, just like there was yesterday, someone was saying, I have to have a conversation with my daughter about death. And I said, but you're being reminded that death is not the end. It's the beginning. And you resurrect, die well and resurrect. I'm reminded of that. Die well and resurrect in a spiritual form, because she said, I tried all these things, this, that book, this person, that course, this relationship, this food, this drink, whatever it is, these pair of shoes. And now I'm going to try spirituality. When spirituality, and this is what we're bringing into the house, spirituality first. We got it backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
You
don't get out of here alive.
IQ.
Well, no one gets out of here alive, and so many people have that fear of death that it frames their whole life.
Right.
That they fear death so much that they forget to live in the meantime, and they forget to take chances. And but what happens if you die, you're going to die anyway. So
Right.
you've decided a long time ago when you got here when you were going to die and when you weren't. So if it's not in your plan, and then you're not going to. And if you are, then you've graduated. I call it graduation. I don't call it death. I call it graduation. Get to go. Transition, Sonia, for transition.
I like that.
Oh, hi, Sonia.
Sonia's
Lovely soul.
First word, transition. Yeah.
We're Earth School, really. Earth School.
Absolutely. And some people call it the school of hard knocks, but it's remembering that without connection, nothing's gonna feel right. If you're not in that space of connection, you're not going to really truly be in alignment with who you are and what your purpose is and where you're meant to be. Like, you just lose touch with everything, and you're stuck in the physical reality that is the illusion that you've created because you're out of connection, right?
Yep.
So being in connection is the most important thing.
Out of alignment, out of integrity, out of intimacy, into me I see. Into me I see. This is all part of the intuition. That's a lot what I teach, because a lot of us are out of touch. Or they think, I know that only you can do that, Christine. I'm like, no way, man. You've been lied to. No way. and I and this is really about our life force as well. Like, there's death, and then there's life force. And I know this is my 40. It's interesting. I've always loved the number 4. And depending on who you talk to, some say, in the Asian cultures, that's a bad number. And I'm like, says who? Numbers are numbers, right? But I'm being reminded, I was born in 74. I was 7 pounds, 4 ounces. I'm like, 74. Here we go. This is my 44th kick at the can, as you would say. My lifetimes. I've had that many lifetimes. I don't know how old I am exactly, but this is my last time on earth. I know that. That's why I'm so infused with the work I do, because I feel the time is now, and I'm getting tingles on my head. The spirit is just saying, yeah, go. So, and that's why we're here. Heart led, soul fed, spirit said. That came into me at breakfast this morning. Again, chills on this side. Chills. Oh, wow. So love is the name we have given to the sensation. Interesting.
Right.
And the power of what God feels like. Love is the life force that is much bigger than what we experience in a relationship. But that love is the name we have given it to the highest expression of emotions that we can feel. And really, this is running through our systems right now. And I talked about that in our February energy forecast that I do every month. And really, it's about our spaces, cutting cords with people, places, things, and objects that no longer serve us, our inherent wealth and our divinity. And we know that it's intimidating to love something fully. That means, oh my God, I have to give all myself up. Or to find out how loving you really can be. So, really, the greatest power in the world is not love, but choice.
Mm.
This is a choice
Mhm.
point. You choose that power. And most people are terrified. I know I was.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's the
likes
free
to
will.
choose. Nobody likes to make a decision because they feel
No.
then they have all the responsibility of that
Right.
decision on themselves. But that's where all the power is.
Yep.
When
Mm.
when you make decisions by default, you're giving away your power, right? When this is my only choice now. I haven't, I'm backed into this corner. This is the only thing I can do. But going ahead and making those powerful
Mm.
decisions can change your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And we're
I
making
didn't know
decisions
how
anyway. Everything.
absolutely.
Even not making a choice is still making a choice. So you
You
can't
got
avoid it.
that. You got that. I mean, I get a lot of time, with clients, money. I don't know how I'm going to make money. I don't know how I'm going money,
Mhm.
money, money, money. I say surrender it, put it on the altar, and really heal. Where did this money problem come from? Where did this money issue come from? Where did this money block come from? Where? Investigate, dig deeper, and heal it, and take full responsibility of it. And because you talked about power, before I left Canada, I had all these things to sell, my car, an RV. There were a lot of things going on. And I'm like, I have no idea how this is going to happen, but I know that I am not in control. God is in control. I am not in control of this. And that's what we have to do, is to surrender it to the divine instead of thinking we have to do
Right.
when we just be. Let it be. Thank you, the Beatles. Um, and just and know and rest and know that each step is already it's already laid out. You just don't see it, but you can feel it, especially anytime you connect
Mhm.
to your heart center and um, back to that expression, that full expression of who you are and why you're here. And it's really only, I used to say unconditional love and healing and forgiveness. I mean, those are great, but it's just connecting back to your God self. That's it. And if a door closes, there's 1,000 that'll open for you. I mean, you think of, the seas parting. Did they know how that was going to happen? No, but it did. And that's what
Yeah.
happened for me at the 19th hour. Everything came together, and I was on a plane. And people ask, "Are you there for vacation? Are you going to stay?" I said, "I have no idea. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm
Mhm.
just here to experience it, and that's it. I don't need to have a plan because I was too attached to plans and planning and, oh, but it has to work this way and go that.
Mhm.
No, now you're out of alignment again. Come back, and prayer. Prayer. It's a co-creative step. It is not, "Oh God, I need this. Oh God, I need that." No, no, no. God, I know that I am you and you are me, and everything is happening in a co-creative step, and I'm releasing and letting go and surrendering and trusting and knowing in the full divinity and oneness and the completion of who we are, that it's happening, and I let go. And so it is. Big difference in prayer. I learned that with Michael Murdad. Amazing, amazing soul. Been doing this work for 30 years out of Sedona. I'm sending him a lot of love here as well. So there's been a lot of people. Yeah, now we're going to go backpack across the countries, Patty. You bet.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're here for, is to experience, not to stay stuck in one place and just exist. We're meant to experience everything we can. And I think the thing that's the most important is that we need to stop trying to figure it out. That's our lesson, is that we can set the intention of what we would like to experience or how we want to feel. But once we do that, we surrender the rest, we trust in the process, and we know that it's going to work out exactly as it's meant to.
Mm. Yeah,
I
I
have a
love that.
question
Sure.
with all of you, for all of you guys. Okay, so we have both of the favorite things here. We have letting go And we have surrender. Is surrender a process of letting go, or is letting go a process of surrender, or are they different things?
I feel it's a continual process of letting go. Things that pop up, like, whack-a-mole? Remember
Yeah,
that game? Bang, bang,
Yes.
bang. Boop,
I love
boop.
it.
Oh, I thought I dealt with this. Oh, yeah. That's how I see it. And you have to laugh and go, oh, thank you for showing me this. I mean, that's how I see it.
Yeah. I think for me, letting go is really just releasing all of the anchors, and surrender is more of stepping into the flow and trusting the process. So I feel like, yeah, they're very hand in hand, but they are different levels of the same.
Yeah. Rhonda? Oh, Rhonda, you're blocked. You're
Or
whatever.
muted.
Sorry, I'm muted. Yeah, sorry. I think letting go is like an ongoing process. And as things, like you said, whack-a-mole, as things come up, you go, oh God, I'll let that go again. And then I surrender to myself, to the future of my future plan, whatever I had in store to begin with, and whatever source wants me to do. And just, it's really easy to say let go and let God, but sometimes it's that surrendering to letting God, we want to do, rather than let go and surrender. It's we have to be doing beings, and I think Canadians are always doing beings. We always have to be doing. It's kind of our culture. What are you doing? Nothing. So
My favorite
it's
kind of
kind of
day.
yeah, it sort of sounds not productive, and we're attached to being productive and getting on with our lives. But surrender is just letting, yeah, like you said, letting that source love come into us and just trusting it to go
Coming to
on.
peace with what is,
Right.
and then
Trust.
reaching the bliss from there, right? Anyways.
Yeah.
Hmm. Absolutely. And yeah, it is hard. Not every day is easy. And to sit there and I call it being practical, because you have to be practical as well. The car's not going to fill itself up, those things, those, human things that we have to do. But knowing that you're the whole way, you have a team with you that's,
Mhm.
assisting, right? So you have a lot of assistance. So there's no more resistance.
Ooh.
And that's what makes you very persistent.
I don't even
Okay.
know if I can write all that down. This.
I like that.
Because it's love is perseverance, persistence. It's, some days you just have to say, you know what, I'm having a crap day. I really am.
Mhm.
So maybe I need to spend some more time alone, or, maybe I'm not taking care of myself. Something's amiss. And that's fine. You can sit in that and just be honest with it and write and dance and, you know, um, unfill your cup. I'm being reminded, because sometimes we pick up stuff. That's why, we do lots of meditations and clearings and going through chakras and that work. I mean, I don't even call it work. I call it like a self care, like a spiritual kit. You have your
Hydrate.
kit,
Yeah, hygiene.
you have your
Mhm.
tools, and to stay, your vessel has to be clean, right? Otherwise, you can't help serve others. And really, that's why we're here, is to serve.
So that's a great segue into your
Yeah.
meditation.
Yes.
Mm.
Let's do
Give
it.
us a little example of what you would do, like what your normal routine is, and maybe this one that you've come up with.
Sure, it's a series of prayers and meditations. I have them on my SoundCloud account, but it involves white light prayer, grounding, opening your chakras, calling in prayer, and a smudging prayer. And then when you're done that, obviously you're going into sessions, you're doing your work. You can even do this every day if you'd like. And then make sure to close your chakras. I mean, a lot of us just walk around, I'm open, here I am. And it's that idea, but it's in I mean, you own your energy. Energy doesn't own you.
Right. I'm learning
Right.
that.
Yeah. And I was reminded, empaths, observe, don't absorb. I think I've seen that quote
Mm.
floating around quite a bit. So it's a reminder, and be aware of your boundaries too. Boundaries, very sacred boundaries. All right, so I invite everyone to come on in. You can sit down, you can lay down. As my good friend Shaman Oaks reminds me, you can stand on your head. He's funny.
Not
Anyways,
today, but
not today. Well,
yeah, maybe another day I'll try.
light a candle. I always welcome in candle is, fire ceremony going back to shamans. We're all shamans, we're all healers, we're all light workers. But it really just sets the stage, the table, the tone. And they're like, okay, we're doing something here. What are we doing? I'm ready. I also brought in, Mary Magdalene, Sophia, the mother. I've got a beautiful rose here. This rose looks very antique. It never opened, but it is
Mm.
beautiful to look at. Every rose is different and unique, just like we are. Don't forget about that. So I just invite you to close your eyes. And really, this is your time. You don't even have to look at the screen. You can just listen to my voice. And really just focus on your breathing. You may put your hand on your belly to fully experience a deep inhalation of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathing out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And holding, just letting it rest. And you can return to that breath if you'd like, the 6-4-6-4. Or you can return to your own natural breath, whatever that is. And I'd like you to put away your lists, your stuff, your projects, your thoughts. Now, you may have thoughts, but you're just there to observe them like a cloud that goes by. Just see it, let it go. Let go of your lists, just see them blowing away. Feeling a lot of clearing here that needs to happen at this time. So many inspirations, so many things to take in, to watch, to listen to. But this is the only time right now that has your full attention. Your full attention to why you're here. Your full attention to who you are. Your full attention to your beautiful, sacred, soulful self. You may notice a tingling starting to happen in your toes at this time. Just imagine that you have roots, and you can even take this root, this cord from your base chakra, your root chakra. It is shooting down your legs and out your feet. And it's shooting through the crystalline grid. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Gaia, for this experience. We're holding everyone in love and light. These cords are shooting down through the rocks, smashing through the debris until it reaches the center of the earth. And here you see a beautiful crystal. You see a beautiful rock. You see a beautiful stone. What is it? What does it feel like? Is it sparkly? Is it shiny? Pick your chosen color, crystal. Maybe it's a rose. Maybe you want to encapsulate this rose energy. Wrap your cord around this beautiful, precious energy and start to bring it back up the same way it came until it reaches just to the soles of your feet. You are now grounded and fully rooted to the earth. Feel that. Know that. Infuse that. Integrate that. And start to bring that beautiful energy up through your calves, around your knees, bringing in the infinity symbol as well. Removing anything that is not of yours. There is no fear. It is false. It is not who you are. You have the power to move forward, and now we're bringing this energy up through the hips and the thighs. We're releasing any tension, any type of pain. Any dull, there seems to be some dullness. I'm seeing more hip stretching, more hip flexing type of energy. To be mindful of that as well. How much we're sitting, how much we are feeling stiff and maybe resistant to things that are coming up. And we absolutely have the power to move forward. Clearing that off, and now into the root chakra. We are co-creating this new earth. This new earth is already being created. There is no how and who, what, when, where, why. We're letting go of those questions. Everything will be provided for. We're moving out of that. We are not our history. I'm being reminded we are not our DNA either. Infusing this with that beautiful light. I'm going to bring in the rose energy as well to assist with this. Clearing that off, bringing it back to balance, to 0 point, to a beautiful equilibrium. Bringing this up to the sacral. This is where can I come out and play? Can I come out and create? Can I just be me? Can I frolic? Can I romp? With this baby horse energy coming in, the foal, that type of play, the goat, the baby goats. Oh my God, there's a lot of jumping going on here. So we are, this is an exciting time, very exciting. Go and play, go create, go collaborate. There is no competition. That is an old, outdated, stuck statement, and it's being released right now. Right now, right now. All right, we're clearing off that beautiful orange infusion, coming up to the, our power center, our I am presence, solar plexus. This is being infused with that beautiful rose energy, along with your chosen crystal. You can just visualize and imagine all of this. The more that we visualize and imagine things, the more they will come into creation, into fruition. Our holy imagination is available to us at any time. Clearing this off. And now, the heart. Heart activations, heart clearings, cords being cut at this time. Bringing this beautiful rose energy. You can see it as a sword. It's just coming through. It's cutting away what is no longer yours. And what is been tucked away is now being activated. And that is absolutely who you are. You are love. You are peace. You are joy. You are bliss. You are beautiful just the way you are. You are accepted just the way you are. You are worthy with a capital W. W. Do you see the symbolism in this? So we're really clearing this off because it's really about the heart and soul, the heart and soul, the heart and soul, merging the physical. And now we're going to bring this up to the throat. We're clearing off anything that is not ours. It's really that there are no more narratives. It is a love narrative. That is it. Love. When you speak, it is of love. It is of light. It is of peace. It is of joy. It is of the highest. It is what if? What if I go and do this? What if I go and do that? What if I create this? What if I say this? Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Those will remain the fact, but the whole idea here is to make that heart and throat connection and really speak your truth and step into your sovereignty of who you are. You are sovereign beings of light. Light beings, light energy. Energy is light. Energy is love. Energy is who you are. It is all encompassing. So we're infusing this rose energy to make sure that we're not holding back, we're not biting our tongue, but we are also not speaking anything that is of a dark. I mean, there are shadows, things do need to come out of the dark, but that's not why you're here. You're here to speak light. You're here to lead with light. You're here to infuse light. You are here to help with the light, light worker, healer, sensitive, empath, whatever you identify with. That's your truth. So step into it. Yours. Own who you are. Own it. Declare it. Speak it. Be it. Art it. Play it. Yeah. Art, play. Yes. Thank you. So we're clearing this off, and now we're bringing this up to the third eye. You may feel some pressure. You may want to assist with the third eye opening. Think of it as a light switch. The light switch is now on. You may feel pressure. You are letting go of any past lives. You are letting go of any past experiences. You are letting go of things that are not yours for you to hold in this vision right now. So that is being cleared. That is being cleared. And anything, so we're removing this. Now this there's no more filter. It's wide open. You're going to be infused with more messaging, more dreams, more rememberings of all of your lifetimes. And it will all be well. All be well. That's the message. All be well. Well and all be. So we're letting go of this right now. Letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. To the light, to the light, to the light. That's where it goes. It's not my responsibility to hold on to stuff that is not mine. Not anymore. We're letting that go. Now we're opening up to the divine channel. We are fully connected, fully rooted in God, angels, guides, loved ones, and even ancestry Yeah, ancestors, of course, we remember, but we're reconciling all of it, and it is no longer, we are no longer held in this prison, these chains. They're all being broken, broken chains, chains of DNA. All of that is all going to the light, 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 light. Now you're fully connected, fully rooted. You're bringing this beautiful energy. We're bringing this rose up over our, spread it out. You can even bring your hands up if you'd like to assist with this, up and over your head. You can imagine a beautiful pink, sparkly energy. Maybe it's white light, maybe it's gold, maybe it's the color of the crystal of your choice or crystals. We are now smoothing out your auric field, getting rid of any tears. Any energy that is not yours is now lifted away, and you're feeling lighter and brighter. And you can go around and just imagine this rose wherever you go. You're giving it to people. Here it is. Here it is. Here's the love. Here's the love. You are. I am. We are. We are all of this. We are all of this. We are in all of this, and this is who we are. And you might feel some leakage coming out of your eyes. There's a little bit of, well, obviously there's Reiki infused into all of this to assist where anything needs to be moved and cleared. Any energetic debris that is not yours is now being cleared and is being given back to Gaia, to Mother Earth, where it belongs. It's being given back to God. God knows what to do with it. It is just gone. It is gone. It is no longer. We are light beings. We are lighter. We vibrate at the frequency of love, and love is frequency, and money is energy and frequency. So it is all interconnected. So once we make that connection, boom, boom. All right, so take your time coming back in wherever you went. Those messages are for you, what you've seen, what you heard, what you smell, what you felt. Maybe you didn't feel anything. It is different for everyone. We don't get attached to any of it because then we are out of alignment of who we are. And you can write it down. You can keep it to yourself. You can share it with the group. You are free. I'm just hearing a lot of freedom, a lot of lightness, a lot of things that we were carrying around, baggage, as they call it, is now being dropped at this time. And may you have the most restful, peaceful day, weeks, months, and the best sleep you've ever had, truly. All right. That was quite the experience. I did not bring a tissue with me as my eyes were leaking. So there was a big heart, releases going on.
Beautiful. I like that thing about the good rest too at the end. Oh yeah,
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the best rest ever. Woo-hoo.
And lots of water too. Don't forget to keep the water going. Keep it flowing, as they say.
Oh, Christine, that was amazing and fun, and like you said, lighting and freeing. And I wrote all kinds of stuff, but I want to hear Bex and Rhonda. What did you guys experience today? And audience, tell us, our family, tell us what you experienced.
I definitely felt like a lightness, and I did feel the leakage, in the first third of it. There was leakage happening with my eyes, but definitely a big release, feeling more peaceful, more calm. It was funny because I expected the crystal to be one thing and it ended up being something else when that happened. So it ended up being amethyst. It was amethyst caves. It wasn't even an actual crystal, just amethyst caves. And I'm like, okay, just go with it. So it was very, very beautiful and powerful. And just thank you so much. I really, really needed that. So
You're welcome.
Rhonda, unmute.
I just didn't want to interfere if there's any noise in the background. It's the light came in, and so many colors, and so many as we went through, and so much of clearing the third eye, of old stuff and old visions that other people have put upon you or ancestors have put upon you to clear that up. That was quite amazing. So, and all the purple and gold that came through as we cleared and cleansed our aura. That was awesome. Thank you.
Pretty.
No, you're welcome. It really just works wherever it's needed, and that is part of the letting go and the surrendering that we were talking about before we started. So, I felt it too. I felt I'm getting tingles on this side now. So as you're speaking, and purple and gold, I mean, those are my favorite colors. Amazing.
Yeah,
And the
beautiful.
amethyst caves, that would be my
Yeah.
mom's heaven. I just heard her say that's her heaven space.
That's beautiful.
That's her birthstone as well. I have an amethyst bracelet that I wear in honor of her as well. She had an amethyst ring. I mean, she was very tied to that energy. So thank you.
How
Thank
special.
her. I appreciate her coming in to bring all that forward. That's powerful and beautiful, and I love that so much. What about you, T? What did you experience?
Well, like you, Bex, in the beginning, I was, I wanted to see my favorite blue rocks stuff because I just love blue and greens and those kind of tones. But no, I came to a huge earth keeper crystal, which I've been seeing in a lot of meditations lately. So these have been coming up. These are the huge ones that are big as people. You know what I mean? They're big ones. And it had that shape, like at the top, that curves down and that. It had a window like that I could lay my head on and hug it. And the color of this quartz is like, when they plate them, like the aura quartz, it had yellows and pinks and more pastel shinies. They were just pretty. And when I was sitting there hugging it, there was probably a surrendering, letting go. And it was telling me that you can rely on the foundations that you have built because really they're extensions of you. And well, I never thought of that, because over here it starts to say something different. But that was for the root and the hip. When we got to the heart, I've got this beautiful heart space all built up. I love it. Portals here, there. I've got Egypt over here. It's all mapped out beautifully. It all melted. It said, all that I built is formally melted so that the new, like New Jerusalem could rise or something, so like the new could rise in my heart. So it's like, oh. So I was feeling expansive. And then when we were getting to the throat, there's, of course, all kinds of things. The purpose is to express only my highest love. So everything I get to know about myself, everything I learn brings me to where I can express that highest love that I've come for. But as you were talking and saying the things, the healing from the third eye was coming up from guts. Okay, so there must have been some vision from down here that didn't serve me up here. That's all I can think. Maybe later on I'll think about it a little more. That was kind of neat. So that's what happened for me.
Amazing. Wow. And I just wanted to show the card for February. I always pull a card for the month. The wailing tree. It's all about reconciliation. So the tree, right? There's a tree symbolism. Then you've got our indigenous, our shamanistic. We're all connected that way. I wanted to honor that as well. So
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Melinda said, I will never be the same. I knew it was going to be life-changing the moment I heard you, Christine. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
That's quite a thing. That's wonderful.
Imagine coming back to this meditation again. I mean,
that's what I was thinking. After I heard you, Teresa, I was thinking, I'm glad I'm going to be able to have it in podcast form so I can listen to it.
Right.
Just
good idea.
I'm being reminded I need to do this more because this was not. Anytime I try to pre-plan a script, when I surrender and let go and allow spirit, this is what happens.
Mm.
Yeah, you were just channeling that. Like it was
Oh,
just coming.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. No. It's just, when we get into, well, when you have a business, right? So that it's walking that fine line, that being in the spaces and seeing it all around us, right? So,
Right.
um, thank you for, having this space to share that. Absolutely, beautiful. And I'm very humbled and honored to share it with you all.
Mm. You can't script the divine.
No
Yeah.
way.
It happens in the moment, so you have to just be in the moment. Mm. That's
That's
Most
awesome.
definitely.
So what do you have right now that you want to promote? What are things that are coming up for you that you would like people to know about?
Well, tomorrow I'm leading a webinar called Heart Led, Soul Fed, Spirit Said. And that was an added piece. So
Mhm.
how everything lined up to be, here and then tomorrow. I'd always do full moon events. That's coming up on Wednesday with Leo, of course. And we've talked about the Venus and the Mars convergence, as they call it, the
Mhm.
merging. And then, of course, February 22nd, which would have been my mother's 70th birthday.
Mm.
Rest in power, as I say,
Mhm.
and she's definitely empowered. I'm leading a Venus activation as well. So there's more heart openings and really connecting back to the goddess, the god goddess, that beautiful energy of who we are. And of course, I do a group mentorship, 6 month and 1 year. So I do very few readings now, um, only because I'm being led to. I want to help more people, and I want them to be activators and help other people. That's how we're going to heal, all the world, ourselves is through those activations, and it's intuitive development, it's all of it. So that the links will all be available for that if you're interested. I mean, that's just that. And then I have the Power of Healing Your Energy podcast, and I bring on amazing souls that have stories to share, transformations. Yeah.
That's amazing, amazing offerings that you have. Thank you for that. And for anybody who's looking to get more of Christine Gold in their life, you can find the links to all of that in our description of this episode as well as in the podcast. So it'll be very accessible for you to find her. Are we
Yeah.
doing the
Get
3
on her email
questions?
list.
Did
Yeah.
we prep the 3 questions? I don't think we did. You're
Didn't
getting,
I tell you? Didn't I talk
did
to
you
you
tell her
about
about
the
the 3
three
questions? Oh, I think
questions?
you did. Yes, you're right. You did meet with
Let's
her.
see if you remember. Let's see.
Okay, here we go.
Let
Here's the
spirit come through.
first question. If you had to choose a song to be the theme song of your life, which could just be right now, what would that be?
Hmm. You know what? It's going with Love.
Mm.
Love Is by Alana Miles.
Mm.
That's a really fun song. She's a Canadian as well. But anyways.
Rhonda, you're muted again.
I said, yeah, I know her.
Of course you do.
I know her music. I have her CDs. That's That's
Awesome.
how
Oh,
old it
wow.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Second question. What is your favorite crystal that you're working with right now?
Oh, goodness. Honestly, it's always, rose quartz is forever, ever in my heart.
Mm.
But the crystal quartz
Mhm.
is my go-to for everything, for clearing. Just, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but in your pocket, in your bra, wherever it needs to go, in your water
Always.
bottle, depending on the stone, right? And shungite. Shungite I've been wearing a lot of just for EMF and all of that as well when you're in the virtual spaces a lot. So
Yeah. I have a shungite mat that I sit on. Yeah. I'm wearing it right now.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
On the
Okay,
back of
last.
my phone.
Yes, on the back, absolutely. Last question. Have you ever experienced extra dimensional intelligence? Meaning, have you had visitations, experienced UFOs, or even had dream visitations?
Absolutely. I see UFOs quite a bit, and people are like, "What?
Mm,
What do you mean?" I'm like, "Look at the mountains once in a while. Look at the clouds. Do you think they're just going to be in front of your face? No.
right.
You need to pay attention. And once you notice, guess what? They start showing up. They're
Mhm.
like, oh, this human is interesting. No, sorry. Let's see what else we can show her. Visitations. They come in different. For me, they come in more of an guides, Palladians, Syrians, that type of energy. I also astral travel with a good friend, John. He's in Ontario, Peterborough, Ontario. Actually, I call him a wizard. He's 82, and we travel every night together with our team, and we have many dragons. We have many guides. We go to different. We go to Mermaid Federation. There's all these different interplanetary places that we go to.
Oh, that's so
That's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Mhm.
cool. Those dream adventures are the best, right?
They are. I
So
feel so
cool.
refreshed. I just
Mhm.
we come back and he's like, in Earth, in human terms, we were gone for 6 years, even though it was only 6 minutes or whatever it is, because
Wow.
we just can't comprehend time.
Right.
And
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
How
that
cool
is
is
so
that, though?
so cool. Awesome. I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and for giving us this amazing experience. This has been truly just so beautiful and so blessed, and we are so grateful for you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm sending everyone and all of you all my love. It's always radiating out to you always. So thank you so much.
Yeah, this is so cool that we get to connect, and you're in Peru,
Yes,
half a world away. Thank you so much.
absolutely. We have
Enjoy.
one last announcement real quick. The winner
All
of
right.
last week's Share It Out, who won a session with Rhonda, and that is Melinda Lane. Congratulations. And whoever shares out the most this week
Hey, Melinda.
will win with me. So make sure you guys share this out, invite your friends, check out our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube, find us on social media. We're there. And find Christine too, and make sure you like all of her social media platforms as well. And we love you all so much. Have a blessed, blessed week, and happy Love Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yay.
Show your heart some love. Thanks.